Hey, boys and girls, welcome back to
Midgame Life Crisis.
I am Inconsistency.
I'm Werewolf.
This is our
Episode 15.
15 of our monthly podcast. Yeah, thanks for coming and see you next time. Bye.
First time I've been doing this with a espresso in my hand.
Oh,
I should take the finger out.
Yes,
the
finger,
pinky.
The pinky finger must be pointing outward. That is the posh way, my friend.
The posh.
Not that we will know anything about that. Anyways, yeah, bro, there's so much I want to talk to you about. It's kind of crazy, I'll be honest. I don't know where to start from. There's so much I want to. It's stuff from television, from movies, of course, gaming. What do you want to start
Movies, you
with?
mean cinema?
Yeah. I literally went physically to the cinemas and watched the movie.
You went outside?
Yes, I went outside. I touched grass, as the kids say today, and
How does the grass feel like?
it's kind of pointy. I don't know, bro. I didn't like it, I'll be honest. I just wanted to go inside and play a video game, you know? Anyways, yeah. So I went to the movie.
And play grounded and be small and in the grass.
Yeah. I went to the movies, bro, and I went to see a movie that is out to the time of this recording. It's pretty fresh in the theaters. It's called Warfare. By the time this episode will be out, it will be about a month old, but whatever.
What does it say on me that I have no idea what you're talking about?
Just means, hey, no, it's not like a big budget, hugely known movie. It's from A24, which are known for making a lot more smaller budget movies, usually horror movies, but not always. And they make, all of them are considered to be very prestige movies, like good direction, good writing.
Did they make Dread?
No, A24, I don't think they made Dread. No, it's like a, it's
a publishing group, yeah?
They're their own production company in Hollywood. They're like literally what MGM used to be, what Warner Brothers used to be, like back in the day, you know, when they focused focused only on movies. I mean, they still make great movies today, but when it was literally that's how they started. Warner Brothers started as a film studio, a production studio.
Yeah.
So yeah, this A24 is a much smaller scale studio that focuses on prestige filmmaking. They bring in young filmmakers, usually people either their first projects or second or third project, like young filmmakers who are very visionary.
Okay, so young, not in age, but
not in age, in
experience.
Yes, and they usually they're also pretty young in age as well, but comparably for directors. But they give them creative control, complete creative control.
Creative freedom, yeah,
creative freedom, exactly, which is something that is very different from the big studios, and that allows for usually good movies, you know, like good singular movies. You have some of the most successful movies from this studio, if it interests you, is like, have you heard of Hereditary?
I have not.
Hereditary is like one of the most successful horror films.
I don't like horror at all.
Oh, you don't like horror? So a lot of the movies you won't like, yeah.
I do not like horror.
But they did make a Civil War, which ties to this movie, which I went to see in the theater, which is the Warfare, from the same director, Alex Garland.
Yeah, Alex Garland.
Yeah.
The ghost director of Dread.
Exactly. So basically, crazy movie.
Civil War is like a tension. It's like suspense, right?
Yeah, it's modern America being torn by a civil war. You know, it's a movie that it's not political, shockingly enough. There's almost no politics in it, left, right.
Refreshing.
But you get the sense what's happening, right? That something happened, that is some fascist group disagree with this.
Some rift.
Yeah, it does border on the politics of real life, but it is never the focus of the movie. It's not even important to the movie.
Good. It's a loose anchor, and that just gives it enough plausibility.
Yeah, and it's a good movie, right? It's not amazing. It's not one of my favorites of Alex Garland. I think his best movie to date is still Deus Machina or Deus Ex. Sorry, that movie is fucking amazing. If you like AI or anything that has to do with AI, and this is a movie like from 10 years ago, but still it's even more relevant today. Watch that movie. It's a very smart, tight, 90-minute I think something like 90 minutes drama, sci-fi drama.
Yeah.
That has some with Oscar Isaacs. Oscar Isaac plays there. One of the one of the three actors in the movie. Basically, it all happens in the same spot. I don't want to give too much away.
All right.
But it's a great movie. Watch it. Just go watch it. You will enjoy it 100%. And it's very cerebral. It'll make you think. Yeah. So that's his favorite movie of mine. But he made Civil War, and then he made Warfare. And Warfare is like a fucking intense movie, bro. Holy shit.
Intense in a good way.
Yes. I mean, let's just say this. If you have any sort of PTSD from real life combat, it's going to be a rough watch. It's going to be a rough watch because it will trigger something 100%. This is such a PTSD inducing movie, bro. For anyone.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. It's so intense. It's so realistic and authentic. And unlike something like Black Hawk Down, which is also a very, very realistic movie, but
very authentic.
Very authentic, exactly. But that movie is a lot more heavily edited with epic music of Hans Zimmer in the background, right? And
sure, it's theatrical.
Yes,
but of all the war movies I've watched,
it's
the
amazing.
ones that felt most authentic to me as someone with a background in the army and in combat, is Black Hawk Down and Private Ryan.
Yes,
basically.
Those are the two best war movies ever created, in my opinion, or at least
Metal Jacket isn't bad.
Oh, of course.
Full
Metal Jacket is amazing, but that movie is not extreme. It's not as.
It's artistic in a different way.
It's one of Kubrick's best movies, period. But I wouldn't call it an extremely realistic movie. Like
that's what I'm saying. It has an art form, which is not. Exactly. It's not the realistic art form.
The combat of Private Ryan and of Black Hawk Down, and especially of Warfare. If you like those two movies, you will probably like this one, by the way. But just prepare yourself that this is not like a hoorah, let's go America, fucks everything up. It's not
no.
At all.
The way you describe it, I'm definitely not expecting that.
Yeah, even though it is a SEAL team, you're watching probably America's most famous for sure, but one of the most professional unit of soldiers in the world.
That's why these kind of movies resonate less with me in the authenticity. Right. Not that they're not authentic.
Yeah.
But my background is grunt.
But
and Black Hawk Down is not some special mission like in Ryan where they have a very special directive and they're going across Europe.
You do have the Delta unit there. You do have the Delta unit there.
You do, but a lot of the focus there is on the guys that are just the regular
Rangers. Rangers are not grunts. Rangers are not considered grunts. They're also specialized units. They're not like as high tier as a fucking Delta.
Sure, but they're the ground pounders.
Yes. You will still resonate with this movie because it's very small scale. It all happens in the same fucking building. Where the soldiers are, and you see their professionalism working as a unit, as a highly trained unit of soldiers, and yet they are extremely human. They fuck up, they make mistakes under pressure, just like anyone else. Less mistakes than the average soldier, probably, because of their crazy training. But they still fuck up, they still make mistakes, they still get hurt, just as anyone else, which is, I don't know, there's something shocking about seeing someone just getting shot and screaming in pain for like minutes long without stopping. It's it's harrowing. It's a harrowing experience. But they are doing grunt work. They're not doing some specialized mission. They are literally taking over a house. That's the movie. That's it. And they're getting attacked at some point. That's it. I'm not saying anymore because there's nothing to say.
You're making my mind wander to
I know. It's 90 minutes, even less. It's like 87 minutes. Intense. It's good that it's not longer than that because it's exactly the right time. And it starts and then something happens and from that moment it doesn't stop and then it gets to the end and the movie's over. That's it. The credits. It's like doesn't let you breathe for a moment from a certain moment. There's no moment to even comprehend what exactly happened, which is exactly again something that is very realistic to real warfare.
Have you watched Hurt Locker?
Yes, also a good movie, but not very realistic. If you want to talk about realism, it's not the most, but it does touch about a lot of themes that also relate to PTSD and veterancy and being someone who is a thrill seeker who then goes back to the civilian life and doesn't know how to handle it.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. Anyways, yeah.
The contrast.
All those movies that we talked about here, highly recommended to anyone who enjoys war movies or anti-war movies, depending how you look at it. They are definitely have anti-war aspects to them, especially Full Metal Jacket.
I'm not sure if they're trying to be anti or pro.
Full Metal Jacket. Full Metal Jacket is very anti-war.
No, not that. I'm talking about a movie like what you just described.
Yeah. Warfare.
So movies like that just try to
show you how it is.
Yes. Yeah. Just put the cards on the table.
Yeah, but when you say war is hell, there is a few moments there in that little. In very small scenes that kind of put it on display in a very, let's just say that about half of the crowd left in the middle of the movie, and it's not because it's a bad movie, because it's just too intense.
Yeah.
Nothing, I can't explain it other than that. It's an extremely intense movie. But
you're talking about the crowd where you were watching?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, yeah, the audience here is...
Yeah, let's not talk about it. Anyways,
wind it up as it is.
Yeah, let's move on to the next thing. Unless you've got anything else to say about it.
No. Just that those are very authentic movies.
Yeah.
They portray combat and the intense moments of combat very, very realistically.
And the attention to detail, how they operate the weapons. You see, they went through intensive training. In all those movies, you can tell the actors went through intensive training.
Yeah.
Because they are acting like real soldiers. They're professional with how they operate their weapons and their gear.
Yeah.
In this movie, The Warfare, there is so much attention to the detail with how they operate the gear and how much emphasis and importance they put to the gear. They treat the gear almost like a human being, as in its importance.
Yeah.
They will risk their life to go and grab a. There's a moment there in the movie that shocked me, and it's all based on real memories of SEALs that were there. So they literally had the guys who trained them. Those were the guys who were there.
Yeah.
More than that, there's nothing more than that, right? So everything you see there happened to one of those guys or all of them at some point.
Yeah, recreations of real encounters.
Yes, and there's a moment there where they risked their lives to go and grab a 5-kilo hammer from the street.
It's an important hammer.
It is. It's very important. You need to break walls to make
sure, that's what I mean.
Cover points.
You need that hammer.
But still, it's so crazy seeing like 2-3 soldiers move together, cover each other to a hot street, getting fired from the roofs from every position, to grab a fucking 5-kilo hammer and then go back. And they do it without thinking. It's like something they were trained to do.
Yeah.
This is what you do. Crazy, bro. You will enjoy this movie. I feel like it's intense. Prepare yourself. But other than that, it's an amazing movie. Yeah. Wow. We've been talking about this a long time. Okay. By the way, did you manage to end watching Reacher season 3?
Yeah. Me and the wife finished it.
What's your overall score for the season? If you have to,
we have to grade it.
If you have to,
first season is the best.
Yes.
Then it's this one, and then the second.
Agreed, 100%.
Look, it started strong.
Yeah.
And the last few episodes, some things in the writing were I don't know, like didn't make sense,
Yeah. It kind of fell apart there.
A bit.
Yeah, you can tell they didn't exactly know.
A bit, but the guy still gives a good show, and it's good. It's good violence and entertainment.
Yeah, I liked it.
And
it's peak that TV, bro.
He slept with that woman. Spoilers, by the way.
Oh yeah, spoilers to season 3 of Reacher. If it wasn't obvious.
He slept with that FBI girl, and just approximately when we thought it's gonna happen anyway.
Yeah,
we
exactly.
were. Wife and I were making bets.
Yeah. Oh man, that was obvious. It was obvious that those two were fucking from moment one, bro. Come on.
Oh sure.
It was just a moment of time. That's it.
Exactly.
How long it's gonna take?
Timing is everything, bro.
I enjoyed it. Overall, I enjoyed it. But if I had to give it a grade, I'd give it like a 6 out of 10, maybe 6.5 if I'm feeling generous. I can't give it a 7. It's not even that good, in my opinion. Season 2 is like a 5, maybe even a 4. It's that bad. Season 1 is an 8, bro. That fucking show. That fucking first season is great. It's great. It's really good TV. And then I don't know what happened. But yeah, maybe we'll see. Maybe they'll have another chance at it. And because it is a very successful show. There definitely is going to be more seasons. So
yeah.
we'll see how the next season. I'll check out the first few episodes. If it doesn't grab me, I'm probably gonna pass on it next time.
Sure. We'll see if there is another season.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say about it?
Well, if we're talking about TV, I've been watching something. It's not new in any case, in any way. But
Richard is not that new, anyways. Yeah.
No, when I'm saying not new, I'm talking years.
Oh, okay.
Jack Ryan.
That's the dude from The Office, right?
Yeah,
Jim
Krasinski.
Yeah, I mean Jim is the name from The Office. Yeah, John Krasinski. Yeah.
Yeah. Krasinski. Some Jewish name.
He's the one who directed. Sorry for cutting you off. He's the one who directed. You said you don't like horror movies, but it's an extremely successful horror movie. So successful that it had 3 direct fucking sequels after it. Blanking on the fucking name though.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's with the fucking blind aliens that are killing humanity, and they can only hear. They have super hearing. So
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I forgot the name. I can't believe once I remember, I'll fucking say it. Whatever. Anyways, yeah, he made that movie. He directed. He's also a director, is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Anything else he directed beside that horror movie, which I know nothing about?
Yeah. He directed a few other movies. Nothing that was extremely successful as that one, though. Yeah.
Interesting, but I know nothing of horror movies because, as I mentioned,
there's no horror movies at all that you like. Not even a little. Nothing.
I've watched
Aliens. Those are considered horror movies. Sci-fi.
Sure, but I don't count Alien as horror.
What? Alien is not horror?
I don't know. Alien I watched and I liked. Okay, it's a good movie.
So I think your definition of
Alien and Alien 2 are good movies.
I think maybe you don't like slasher horror movies where it's just mindless gore. That you don't like, I feel like, right?
No, I don't like gore, period.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, Hostel
No, but Hostel, see what I mean? Like Hostel is a B, it's not even a B
movie.
No,
but I get the concept, but it's horror.
You don't like the sadistic elements.
Yeah, probably not.
So, but if
it's just that it confronts you with situations that I understand why they do it, but I don't want to be confronted by these situations.
But what about genre movies like zombie movies or vampire movies? You don't like any of any? You can't.
No, I've watched. I don't know if how much you would consider them horror.
I mean, 28 Days Later, which is having a sequel come out called 28
I don't think
Years
I watched
Later.
It.
28 Days Later is considered one of the best zombie movies ever made.
Is that one of the Mila Jovovich ones?
That's fucking Resident Evil. Those movies are terrible, bro.
I don't know.
Oh shit. Listen, the first one ain't too bad, okay? But after
is that the one with the lasers?
Yeah, but after that, basically her and the director were a couple. They married. So
they started fucking and then it went to shit.
No, it didn't went to shit. They made went to shit. They made
I don't know. I haven't watched it,
bro. They made like 7 movies together. That
doesn't make them good.
I mean, I didn't say they're good, but they were successful enough to warrant successful fucking sequels, bro.
Okay.
If it makes money, it makes sense, right?
The woman passes the screen. People like seeing her.
Mila, come on, bro. Chicken, good. I mean, come on. The Fifth Element is also one of.
I love Fifth Element. Sorry,
she's so good in that movie, bro.
Yes.
Oh, that movie is fucking amazing, bro.
Yes, in that movie, and she's half naked in it. Come on.
Yes.
They like briefly show her body and then they cover her like a mummy with ribbons.
Yeah, exactly.
And ribbons is like a thing in sex, you know?
The
whole character is dripping sexuality, that entire fucking movie.
I mean, the fucking director is a known creep. He's a known pervert. Come on, he's a French fuck. It's like, I forgot his name, bro. He made
how you say it like it's nothing. He's a known creep.
He directed fucking Nikita. Not Nikita. Yeah, he did direct Nikita, but he also directed.
The sexual movie about a teenager.
Yes, and he also directed. You want to listen to the next one, bro? He also directed Leon, the professional assassin.
Yeah,
professional
also with
underage. What's her name?
Females. Yeah, that she was
the actress. Bro.
Yeah,
she was a child. That was her first fucking role. Ever.
Yeah, and her name eludes me.
Yeah. Anyways, talked enough about fucking cinema today.
We didn't even
this
talk
gaming
about Jack
podcast.
Ryan.
In what?
We didn't talk about Jack Ryan.
Oh yeah. Wow.
We started. This is what led us here.
Okay, sure. So the first season, I watched the first season. You're right. It is a few years ago now. And it was okay, but it didn't get me to want to watch the other season. It wasn't good enough to make me hook me.
I'll tell you, the first season is not the best one by far.
Interesting.
The thing is, the first one is, it doesn't have the intricacies and the mystery and the conniving and backstabbing that you have in the other seasons. Okay,
right.
The other ones are much more political and much more suspense and much more. There's more twists. You know, the first one felt very straightforward to me. Very straightforward. The second one is also not as complex. Third and fourth, interesting.
Really
interesting.
You like
and
them?
Look, the third one.
So it's improving. It's gradually improving.
The third one is kind of grounded in reality. It came out in 2022, just before I think Russia invaded Ukraine.
Right.
Okay, and the whole politics shtick of the season is Russia.
Right.
And then the Russian politics and then starting wars and whatever.
Yeah.
And being opposed by NATO.
Yep.
So it's very current,
Right.
It's funny watching it now, like after.
Yeah.
After the unfolding of lots of events.
For sure.
And the fourth one I'm watching now with the wife.
And you enjoying it?
Yeah, it's very confusing at the start.
Very confusing, okay.
At the start, yeah. Lots of shit
is happening. You mean intriguing, like, maybe, you mean?
No, like lots of things are happening and lots of mysterious, characters and not all they're showing you the different dots. They're not connecting them yet.
Oh, right. But you hopefully they connected correctly, right?
That's what I'm saying. I watched like 2 episodes. So there's lots of confusion right now. There's lots of things happening and you're not sure how they relate.
Right. I see. All right.
With Michael Pena, he's doing a good job.
Who?
Michael Pena.
What is he playing? The villain or the one of the good guys?
I think he's a good guy.
Oh, okay. Oh, you don't even know for sure?
For sure, you never know. The things have twists.
Wait, it's only season 4, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see.
Which is the last one. They haven't made any afterwards.
Yeah. Anyway, I want to talk to you about something that is completely unrelated because we're going back to gaming, or rather we're starting with gaming for the first time. And that's Bungie.
Is this a gaming channel?
Yeah, I think so. Bungie's, mainly. It's not only a gaming channel. In the future will be more stuff, by the way. But yeah, Bungie's Marathon, bro, is shaping up to be the next Conqueror, basically. Same publisher, Sony Interactive, bro.
So we're talking about live service number 20.
Bro, yes. It's a shooter. It's an extractor shooter. Like
so Tarkov.
Yes, it's a Tarkov competitor again, another one. That's what this game is going to be. And
can't the fucking corporates have innovation? Can't they start something of their own instead of just saying like, oh look, that one is good, get that?
Live service means more money for the publisher usually because of all the skins and the fucking microtransactions and the season battle passes.
I get that, but why are you trying to steal ideas from existing things?
Bro, the corporate knows best. They know that the best way to make money is to fucking take a known franchise and cynically fucking suck it out of everything that made it special and beautiful and turn out a soulless, empty, disgusting piece of shit product with live service elements because it makes money. It makes the shareholders happy. And that's all that matters in life.
I know that you haven't meant it directly, but while you were doing this description, I'm saying Diablo 4.
Yes, Diablo 4 is exactly that. Diablo 4, anyone who played Diablo 4 and survived longer than a year, I'm going to be generous. I survived 4 months. But let's say, which is also impressive, I thought it would be less than that. Bro, once you finish the campaign and you get into the so-called end game, which is basically the whole game, right? It's so soulless and empty. I've said this before 1,000 times. I'm repeating myself, but I don't care. It doesn't make it less true. If anything, it's more true. Every time I say it, I just realize it more and more. It was such an empty experience, bro. And nobody cares about that. Who is even talking about Diablo 4 today? They had an expansion come out a few months ago. Nobody gave a shit. Nobody talked about it. Nobody cared except their own small whale-based community that gives them thousands of dollars every month. Millions of dollars every month.
This is a fucking company, Blizzard, that when they used to publish a new game, it would shake the industry. And now they're trying to sell the IP for StarCraft.
Oh my god.
For fucking StarCraft.
Bro,
and no one wants it except for Korean companies.
Because they're like the best.
Because over there it's successful. Exactly. It's successful.
Bro. It's religion.
Because of the esport.
Koreans are known to be the best StarCraft players in the world for decades.
They play StarCraft 1 even.
Yeah, Brood Wars. There's a scene today. To this day, there's an active, competitive Brood War scene. A game from almost 30 years ago.
TB had a voice box for the game.
I remember that. Rest in peace, Total Biscuit, John Bain. Anyways, bro, Bungie is going to get fucked up after this shit. Once Marathon comes out, bro, it's going to be disaster, bro. It's going to be disastrous. It's going to be exactly like Concord, bro. It's going to be it's going to have an inflated fucking balloon fucking budget, like all these games do. Even though it looks, did you see how it looks? I should show you how it looks. It looks like shit. The game looks like shit. Visually. Destiny 2 at least is a well, like, you know, with all its flaws, at least it's a good looking game. You can't say that Destiny 2 doesn't look like a nice, at least for the time it was released, for sure the graphics were great.
For an MMO, it looks okay.
Yeah, and the visual design.
More than okay.
And the visual design was very classic. Halo, it has a Halo-like
Halo
influence.
Space.
Yeah, and people liked it. Even though after what happened after when the game became Destiny 2 and then it all went downhill from there. Bungie forget again, another mythical classic company who forgot what made them great. They got sold and bought by like 3 huge publishers during the years. They were at Blizzard at some point, Microsoft. They were in Microsoft, they were in Blizzard, Activision, and now they're in Sony. And Sony, in their infinite wisdom, decided that this is one of the live service games they want to focus on Bungie. They want to, because Bungie has experience with Destiny. But Destiny 2 is not considered a successful live service game in today's standards. There's not like...
I can contest that.
It's still active, obviously.
Which means a lot.
Yeah, it does, of course. But, bro, Skull and Bones is still active. So what? It's still...
No, you can't compare the two.
No, I'm not going to compare them. But
okay, you can't compare quadruple A with triple A. You can't.
True. Quadruple A, bro. What a fucking joke. Oh my god. We'll get to Ubisoft in a moment. Don't let me lose focus. We have a lot to say about those fuckers. Don't you worry about that. But let's focus on fucking Blizzard and how the mighty have fallen.
Usually, I'm the one who gets to explain the confusion. Like you would say something like this, and you'd say why, and I tell you exactly how the corporate see it and why they do things. I am confused now. Explain to me the logic. Any logic. Corporate logic. Alien logic.
Shareholder logic.
Any logic.
Okay.
Sony releases Concord and shuts it down in 6 weeks. In 6 weeks it decided it's not working.
$200 million development, not including marketing. That's the budget for that.
They had it coming up in secret level. They had already signed contracts of where they would publish it.
There's an episode.
And they closed it before the episode came out.
Bro, that's embarrassing fucking shit right there. That's some embarrassing shit right there.
So explain to me, how does Sony see another live service getting... What? Good reactions now? Is it in beta?
Because it's already... No, yes, it's in beta. It's like in early stages. No, not early... I wouldn't say early stages. It's like...
Is it play tested now by real people?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. But the thing is, what I'm trying to say is... this was already in development when Concord came out. It's already sunk cost fallacy, bro. It was too late to change the development.
So releasing it and 6 weeks later shutting it down. That makes sense, right?
They were hoping that... I'll tell you what the difference is. The difference, first of all, it's a different genre. It's not like a team shooter. It's an extraction shooter. different genre. Even though it's both live service, it's a bit different genre. Okay. That's
okay, so they copied from Tarkov instead of Overwatch.
Yeah,
That's what you're saying.
exactly. But also they're counting Sony are counting that Bungie's name will sustain the game, because the other company that made Concord that was their first game ever. They had, at least as a company under Sony, they didn't make previous games before. So, or at least they're not. If they made a game, they're not nearly or even close to being known or have the rich history that Bungie has. Bungie has like a set of hardcore fans that will follow them. Those people who play Destiny 2 even today, they will follow them most likely to any project they make.
But that's the point. Then it's no growth. The corporates see it this way.
I get it.
If they publish a new game and now all the players from Destiny 2 are just going to shift to this, they're not growing, they're not making new money.
100%, I agree with you. I'm trying.
Except what they're going to pay for the game.
Listen, I'm just trying to explain. I'm being the devil's advocate. I'm just trying to explain the corporate shareholder POV on it and why they're doing what they're doing and what they're hoping to achieve. Is it smart? Of course not. They're dumb as fuck. This is where we establish this every time we talk about any corporate ever in at least in recent history. Okay,
like how many Tarkov style games do you know?
How many what?
Tarkov style games, extraction games.
There's a few. Most of them, the new ones fail after a very short time. But there's a bunch. I don't follow that scene. I don't like extraction games.
Maybe there is an audience for this.
There is 100%. 5 years ago, when Sony started the development of all these games, there's no looking forward. They're not thinking ahead. That's exactly what happened with COVID, bro. That's what happened with the bubble of gaming kind of burst, especially on the live service games, because those fucking suits didn't think even one day ahead of after when the quarantine lifts and people actually go outside and touch grass again.
Yeah.
They didn't think about it. No, it's don't you see? Look at our numbers. It's the best numbers we ever had. COVID is the best thing that ever happened to humanity.
We'll make them stay home.
Yeah, just don't worry. The quarantine will never end. Don't worry about it. We're gonna make infinite money. Yes. And then the quarantine is over. And then, what's going on? Why are the numbers so down? The arrow is not going up anymore. What happened? I don't understand.
I have 4 yachts to pay for. What the fuck?
It's okay. We're just gonna close a whole bunch of known established studios that should cover our yachts for this.
But keep publishing the other 26 live service games.
Listen, I have down payment for a new fucking mansion in fucking Miami, bro. This new company that we're going to close, bro, that should cover it. It's only about it's not a big one. Don't feel too bad about it. It's only like 200 people, something like that.
Oh, small change.
Nah, not counting outsourced QA, bro. Fuck those guys. I heard they want to try and get a union, those losers. Fuck unions, bruh.
America.
Unregulated capitalism for the win. Let's go. Yeah, I'm sure it will not burst at some point in our faces, especially not with what's going on right now with certain tariffs. Let's not get into it. Okay. So did we mention Blizzard and the fact that they're trying to sell?
Yeah, StarCraft.
To sell StarCraft 2 to Koreans.
They're trying to sell it to anyone, but only South Koreans
are showing interest, because those are, like we said, those are the only dudes who actually care about this fucking game anymore. Not really. StarCraft 2 still has an active
Blizzard
community.
Is so hollow.
Oh my god, bro. That company. Yeah, they completely lost their way a long time ago. It's very sad. It's very sad when you need to consider selling one of your most successful IPs of all time to a different companies because you're so creatively dead and you have zero fucking understanding of what made you successful in the beginning, because none of the people are even there anymore, at least any people who made the decisions.
The name is still there.
The name is there. Yeah, it's an empty. We already talked about it. It's a dead fucking company. It's basically necrophilia. What's going on over there? It's an animated dead thing trying to pretend like it's still the Blizzard of old, but it's just a husk.
Someone is moving the hands and
it used to be Bobby Kotick. It used to be Bobby Kotick, but now he's not there. You can't even say anything about that anymore. But now Microsoft bought them. I'm sure Microsoft will change things around. It's been 2 years ago, I feel like now, right? That happened.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, time flies, bro. Yeah, I think it's been something like that. Yeah, it's been a while.
Okay, so now to lift things up again, you want to make fun of Ubisoft?
Yes! Nothing fills my heart with joy, with more joy than shitting on Ubisoft.
Bro, I really feel like the management of Ubisoft at large, they really believe with all their hearts the saying there is no bad publicity. They keep themselves in the news all the time.
They're all the time in the news, and it's 90% of the time it's negative. Like, I'll give them their due.
There is no negative.
Listen, so let's talk about it first of all. Assassin's Creed Shadows.
It's
Successful.
it's
Very successful.
Yeah, the
Very
game is doing
successful.
well.
Yes, it's very successful.
It's very mid, but
Yes.
it's doing well.
Doesn't matter. Mid, not mid. Hey, my fucking cousin,
Yeah.
my brother-in-law,
Loved it.
they're enjoying the game.
Yeah.
They got exactly what they wanted, and there's a lot of other people who
Sure.
and I don't blame them. By the way,
Hey, if you're having fun, no argument. I'm not judging anyone having fun with any product.
I'm happy with it. And listen, there's a lot of amazing programmers and artists who work in Ubisoft. We always said that. The fact that they're being
This is true for any.
the fact that they're being steered into an abyss by management is not their fault. They're just there to survive, bro. Most of them at this time. So yeah, and basically, despite the amazing record-breaking numbers of Assassin's Creed, they're still not doing so hot, bro. To say the least. The stock market is not being nice to them at all. And
Well, as long as the threat of the buyout is above their head, which it still is, and they're still negotiating with Tencent.
They're still. I'm pretty sure they're like selling like some of their franchises.
They're still negotiating, and what they're saying, they're selling, they're consolidating things, which means they need more money, which means it doesn't mean good things.
No. No. There's an article from the last 20 days, okay, the time of this recording, of workers inside Ubisoft being afraid for their job, despite the amazing success of Assassin's Creed, because
of course
they're hearing about a possible sale off of a number of the departments into Tencent.
Yeah.
So, and Tencent, the Chinese company, they're not exactly known to be very, how we say it, nice to companies they don't deem profitable, or departments that they don't see value in, monetary value.
I wonder how the entire tariff war that Trump started is going to affect this.
I don't want to get it. I just don't want. I don't want to get into political stuff.
I'm not doing political. I'm talking proper.
Yeah. I mean, it affects the world. This is what it is.
Europe basically now is facing a hard choice. They would have to choose between the Chinese market and the American market, because both it's just going to be too expensive.
I mean, and with the war that basically the economical war that basically Trump started on China, China already decided that they're not allowing any more Hollywood movies to be shown in
I'm saying we're going to see a lot of turmoil before this thing dies down.
That is a huge business for Hollywood, bro.
Yeah.
They've been pandering for China in their movies for like a decade now, for a reason.
And excuse me, but you see how that turned out, hasn't it?
How do you mean?
They didn't care, China, that they've been pandering until now. As soon as things started being awkward,
it was it was for them. It's a win-win situation. Why the fuck should they care? For the USA, it's only a win situation if they allow their movies to be shown there. If they don't, then what's the point of pandering? There's no point of making that scene specific in
There's no
China.
point in pandering ever.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Of course.
That's what I mean. You pander and you end up shaved anyway.
Talk to Disney about that shit.
They're paying the price too. Thank you very much.
Yeah, they are the masters of pandering, trying to pander to everyone.
And we can see how that is working out for them.
Yeah, bro. It's not working out at all, bro.
Yeah.
It's not working out at all, bro. But if we want to talk about Disney, they are, before we get ahead of Ubisoft.
We haven't finished with Ubisoft yet.
We're
not done with you.
We'll get back to them. Don't worry. We have a lot to say about them. But man, I am excited about Star Wars, because for the first time in a long time, I'm actually excited about something that has to do with Star Wars, because I heard that there's going to be a game that is going to be called Star Wars Zero Company, which is basically a turn-based tactics game, bro, like a UFO style game with Star Wars theme, which is, I don't know why haven't been more or even I don't. Maybe there were a game like that. I haven't played one like that, where like it's a turn-based squadron of. I don't know what you're going to be playing, right? What sort of? I'm hoping it uses the theme of Star Wars very, very good, because that relies a lot of the success, right? To use that franchise in a smart way, and then make it connect to a turn-based game, a turn-based action game, right?
Look, let's mention the ones that have been spearheading this genre, right?
Right, for access.
For access. And the UFO games.
Yeah.
The OG UFO games were amazing.
Yeah, that's not for access, by the way.
I know. I'm just saying, the genre started with the original. I don't know if it started with them. There were lots of these tactical games back then. But UFO did it really well.
No, I think UFO, the first UFO, I'm pretty sure that was the granddaddy of that genre, at least from my understanding. We might be wrong about that, but yeah.
I'm saying I don't remember. I remember lots of games being in that head state of mind, back then. I was a teenager playing these things.
Yeah, the first two, yeah.
And the new versions by Firaxis were also very good. These games, and Firaxis knew this.
Right.
And they were nourishing it, is they give you a sense of immersion where you get attached to your units.
Yes.
They have names, you give them nicknames, and you customize them, just try to be to your liking, and then when they die or when something happens to them,
you feel like
it's
shit.
like, yeah, exactly. You're attached to them. Now, if you like to play it hardcore like I do, there's no loading.
Right.
Like if I lose them, I lose them.
No saves coming.
Yeah, exactly. If I lose them, I lose them. It's part of the story.
Yeah.
And it walks into a grand scheme of a story through these characters, even though it has nothing to do with the narration of the game.
Yeah.
You just form your sub-story with it, and it feels great.
Yeah.
It usually fits very well.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Listen, I'm not like you. I don't usually name my characters. I just go with whatever they are. I still get attached to them.
Yeah.
I just don't give them personality or name from their own. I do give them like their own colors or some shit like that to distinguish between them.
Sure. But this is part of the attachment.
Yeah. And the fact that they slowly but surely grow in strength and in experience, and they gain new abilities, and you need to decide which tree you want to go.
Just dabbled in RPG
which
elements.
Yes. Just right. Sprinkled just enough.
Sprinkled.
Yes. So you basically have base building elements in this game.
Yeah.
Researching, right? Decision to make about abilities for your soldiers.
Resource management.
Class specific soldiers, by the way. You want a good balance of soldiers on the battlefield.
Yeah.
Some you can bring a mech, some not.
Depending on the mission.
Yeah. Some of them are PsyOps, some of them are not. It's great. It's really such a smart, great game. And then you have, of course, the meat and potatoes of it, which is the
combat.
The first person, the turn-based isometric combat. Yeah.
Tactical isometric combat.
Yeah. And that's handled great, right? The whole vision, cones, and the
cones,
Overwatch
statistics.
system. Yes.
Yeah. Overwatch system, sure.
And then there's always the little bit of luck in those games, where bad luck rather, where you miss a shot where you were supposed to hit, right? A 70,
the 99% shot. Come on.
When you miss that 90+ shot, bro, you rage. It doesn't matter who you are, you rage, right? It doesn't matter if you're fucking Gandhi, okay?
Yeah.
You sit at your computer and you rage.
Oh, come on! You zoom out behind the window, like where you can't hear him. You just see him like, screaming at the display and just banging on the table.
Yeah, exactly like that. And those games were known for that. And if they managed to take the Star Wars team and basically make an XCOM, but Star Wars, bro, I'm all in.
Yes, I'm here for it. Look, if you look at the UFO
XCOM,
the UFO at XCOM, you had the team building and the attachment to them.
Yeah,
you had villain.
Yeah,
the villains they would quip with you. Like look at UFO, the second one. Yeah,
right.
When they added the villain system.
You're talking about the modern one? Not Terror from the Deep.
Yeah, the modern one.
Oh, the modern one. No, it's not Terror from the Deep.
They added like a villain system, which is not that dissimilar to the Nemesis system.
Right.
Where your units would be affected by the villain, especially if they manage to wound them or almost kill them.
Yeah.
and you develop this rivalry.
Right.
You can do the same with Star Wars. Star Wars is primed for this.
Right.
Especially if you can choose if you want to play the dark side or the light side.
Yeah, exactly. So much stuff you can do with the fucking lightsabers. I'm not sure if you
can have Jedi and you can have you can have the smugglers or whatever. You had different classes.
Yeah, they have to be smart, and just the world is so rich, and just even with all the failure that came out of Disney Star Wars, okay,
and they can take it further with factions.
Yeah, they can. But I'm saying, even with all the failures that came out of Disney when it comes to Star Wars, every now and then you do have a gem, like the first season of even the first 2 seasons of The Mandalorian. I stand by it. They're great. They're fucking awesome. I love those seasons. Then it starts going a bit downhill, and most of their Disney franchises, movies and TV, are shit. Let's be honest. Andor is not bad if you haven't watched it. Andor is based on the Rogue One.
Yeah.
And I don't like that movie, but the show is not bad. It has good actors.
It had one good scene at the end.
Which?
Rogue One.
Oh, with
Darth Vader.
With Darth Vader. Come on, yeah, that scene made the movie. Yeah,
exactly.
But if you remove that scene,
it made the entire movie. Shivers.
If you remove that scene, which by the way doesn't add anything to the plot, it's just a badass scene.
No, it's only a segue to the first movie.
It's fucking pandering again, the word, there it is, to the hardcore audience of the original movies, basically saying, hey, look how badass fucking prime Darth Vader is. Do you remember how badass this is? Let's remind you how badass it is.
No, but they never show.
I get what you're saying, but come on, yeah, I get you never see him. I mean, you do see him do what he did there.
Not like that.
Of course not, because the original movie is from 40 years ago. I mean, come on. It's very.
But it's nice to see
modern technology.
No.
What?
The canon, just to see Darth Vader really Darth Vader.
Yeah, I agree.
What
with that.
makes him Darth Vader?
I agree with that. Sure.
They show you how everyone is afraid of him everywhere.
I agree.
Even in the Empire.
I agree with all of that. Sure, but that movie overall, I don't like it at all. I'll be honest.
I agree. It had.
But I agree, that scene is awesome.
I have scenes that I like you can take them out and they're good Star Wars scenes.
Yeah.
But overall, the movie was weak.
I also didn't care about the characters, because why the fuck would I care about the characters when you know exactly how it's going to end for them? I mean,
no, but this is like the things, the Disney things. Like they bring a few big names to plant them in some places in the movie but the characters are just bland.
Yeah. But I'm hoping Ender season 2 will be good. Apparently it's the last season, so I hope it will be good, because the first season is decent. If you haven't watched it, watch it. And but the thing, my problem with Ender is it doesn't feel like Star Wars. It feels like Rogue One doesn't feel like a Star Wars movie as well. Only that scene with Darth Vader feels like Star Wars. That's why it's so awesome. Most of the movie just feels like
it doesn't feel like a
Star Wars movie. War movie. It feels like a war movie.
No, it doesn't feel like a Star Wars movie. It does feel like a Star Wars world.
It's a lot more gritty and violent than usual. Star Wars, in the end, is a very.
That's what I said. It exists in the Star Wars universe. It's not a Star Wars movie.
But Star Wars is high fantasy and high sci-fi fantasy, and in Rogue One they're going for the more realistic, gritty, vibe. And for me personally, it doesn't work in Star Wars. It just doesn't. But yeah, whatever. Let's get off to the next subject. I'm sorry, Ubisoft. Let's fuck on Ubisoft a little bit, and then we'll call it a day. Take it away.
It's just that Ubisoft's management. All right.
Why are you saying that though? Why are you saying that though?
Yeah, because of that.
Tell me.
Exactly.
Tell me.
Because we've got management like Yves Guillemot, who, I don't know, in the past he made good choices.
Yeah, of course.
It's baffling.
The company was extremely successful at the time.
Yes. And then suddenly, what should we invest our time and effort in?
Trend chasing, baby.
NFTs. NFT market. Maybe...
Live
services. Maybe taking what we know that works and making it an odyssey that takes 20 years to complete. Right?
Fuck that.
Just like Odysseus' journey. And then let's take the next obvious choice in the steering of the ship of Ubisoft.
After our quadruple game,
the Skull and Bones worked,
miserably failed, right? It's still alive. Hey,
still alive.
But hey,
quadruple A.
Yeah.
No, but what we need is another live service, but not just a live service. A live service for something, for a genre that is not at all saturated. At all.
Not at all. Right? Not at all, bruh.
It's not that there's like 5 of them and some of them are like working, like already having an audience.
Yes.
It's not like you're just going to fight existing audience with successful veteran companies that are already doing it. No.
Basically, they're making a new fucking battle royale is what you're trying to say here.
Yes.
That's their
like Apex
another
Legends.
Live service.
Like PUBG.
Yes. Another Apex clone. Another Warzone clone.
Why are you saying Apex clone?
Apex, Warzone,
PUBG.
I'm giving all the examples of successful ones that it's going to have to compete against right now.
Exactly.
And their chances are very low. I'm telling you now.
Because the last live service they started is doing great, right?
Oh yeah. By the way, it's getting an expansion soon.
Is it on Skull and Bones?
Yes. They're actually investing
more money into
it.
They also had like a robot shooter, something that didn't work out. They had another live service that
a robot shooter sounds like Marathon, bro. That's from Bungie.
No. Come on. They have like a live service of fighting with weapons that didn't work.
Who? Which one? I don't know.
Ubisoft. We
shit all over that game. Oh yeah, I even forgot about it. It was so terrible. I even forgot about it existed.
They have like a shooter thing.
Yeah, what the fuck was its name, bro? It's like a Modern Warfare clone, bro.
Exactly, which no one remembers, even you, because it made no fucking difference.
Bro, I literally can't remember something. X-Defiant.
X-Defiant,
bro. That was terrible.
Yeah. So you see, X-Defiant doesn't work. Skull and Bones doesn't work. No. Let's make a battle royale.
Oh man, I love Ubisoft. They're so stupid. And it doesn't end there, bro.
Fuck?
It doesn't end there, bro. Because Ubisoft is
I'm amazed they haven't tried making a live service.
We're talking about
Assassin's Creed.
We are talking about the same company who are now at this very moment, to the time of this recording, are actively suing. Have an active lawsuit that claims that you don't own the crew. Anyone who bought the crew and then complain that it's going to be the servers are shut off and their accounts are going to be deleted. They're making the extra mile here. Ubisoft always know how to take the extra mile, bruh. By the way,
I love it that basically what Ubisoft is doing here is going to war with its customers.
Yeah, I don't get it, man.
Oh, you're the ones who pay our salaries and pay us for our games? We're gonna fight you.
You just released a successful game, okay? Why not ride the momentum and do something good for a change, and instead just keep making mistake after mistake after mistake? Did it really
keep fucking one server up?
I mean, it's obviously not
legally that would keep you in the right. You say, no, we haven't abandoned the game. You can play, but it's a long queue. I'm sorry.
I don't get it, man. I don't fucking get it, brother.
We're working on it. That's all you have to say. Put one fucking server, have long queues, and say we're working on it. Why? No, let's go spend hundreds of millions in a lawsuit.
Can't they pay one intern to sustain the fucking server?
That's what I mean. Instead of, just pretending.
Just fucking...
They're trying to die on a stupid hill.
Make it like an entry-level job that doesn't pay much at all, so you can save your fucking money, all right? And
make your customers leave the game on their own by making it shit. At least then they won't sue you.
Fucking Ubisoft, bro.
A lawsuit? Really?
We didn't even mention the fact that they ran from fucking... They're so arrogant that they said that they can work without Steam. They can will buy enough of their games and their own fucking
I can't believe I forgot that in the list of good management
because there's so many fuck ups. There's so many fuck ups. No wonder their fucking share. No wonder the shares are still fucking low even after the success of fucking Assassin's Creed, and no wonder that they have employees right now sweating and worrying about their future.
Of course.
Even though they just released an ultra successful game.
The company is negotiating a buyout and consolidating. Of course you are worried as a worker.
How do you explain that after the success of fucking Assassin's Creed? How do you explain
Because they're spilling money into making a fucking battle royale. Why?
I wonder if there's going to be another NFT game coming out. Do you know that this year came out?
This Battle Royale will probably fucking have NFTs. Don't you know?
No, it won't have NFTs.
Wanna bet?
No way. There's no way.
Wanna bet?
No, they didn't
This
do
is
it.
recorded. You wanna bet?
They didn't do it in any other game, in any other franchise. They would have done it already.
Exactly. It's stupidity. They haven't tried it.
Nah, but it's a new Battle Royale. If it was an unknown franchise, I'd say maybe. It's a new Battle Royale, which is even makes the chances even less chances. Why
are you giving me logical answers for an illogical company? You need to think like them. Is it the illogical choice? Let's do that.
Oh my god, bro. Ubisoft. You know, listen, it's a shame because really when you look at just pure talent and, you know, the artists there and the level designers, and they have really talented people in that fucking company, bro. They're like held hostage by this terrible management that will do anything in their power to preserve the power they have, even if it means selling some of their franchises to a fucking Tencent just to give them a little bit more chance to survive a bit longer. Why? If you really
look, it's their baby. I think you can't blame them for trying to save the company.
But they are drowning the baby as we speak. They are drowning it.
Yeah, they're doing it stupidly. What can I say? Mismanagement.
They're drowning their baby.
Always saying mismanagement.
They're trying to save their baby so hard that they're drowning him.
Oh, man.
Yeah, bruh. I don't know, man. It's sad, bro. I know we laugh and we make jokes about it, and we always will because it's kind of funny. It is. The stupidity is and the incompetence on display is kind of funny. But on a more
shocking is what it is.
Yeah, but on a more realistic note, it breaks my heart knowing that a bunch of people might get fired still, despite the success of the what's the point of making a successful video game if you still get fired after that?
But with all the decisions they made, the fact that they haven't tried making a live service Assassin's Creed game is beyond me. Is amazing.
I mean, no, that's not exactly true because the modern Assassin's Creeds do have live service elements to them, bro. Odyssey had a shop. And it gets active updates every now and then.
No, like I'm saying, like having a proper MMO.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm sure I have. You know, there probably is one in development right now, and we just haven't heard about it. With knowing fucking Ubisoft, bro, with how they their decision making.
Yeah, they don't have the money.
The only thing that saves them is literally Assassin's Creed. It's the only thing that's keeping them from completely being drowned out right now. It is if they didn't have that game.
What? Rainbow Six is not doing anything?
It is, but not enough to sustain the whole company. No, it's not nearly as successful as
I'm not saying it's successful. I'm saying it's profitable. Otherwise, they would have closed it.
Yeah, and that shit is also a live service. Don't you think they didn't shove live service elements into that fucking game, bro? A multiplayer shooter?
Of course
they did.
Of course.
Anyways, guys, I think that's all we got for you today on this monthly episode 15 of Midgame Life Crisis. I am Inconsistency.
I am Werewolf.
We are out.
See ya.